All right, so let's go ahead and get moving. We've got our kettlebell and body weight work today. So let's start through upper body and getting warm, and then we'll jump right in. So circles, front to back, all the things. You know how to get your upper body nice and warm here, just to start getting some fluid moving through the joints. All right, let's take it out. Find your side steps. Right. Keep moving for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. We're going to add in just a little bit for hip mobility. So if you need a wall, grab a wall. Otherwise, we'll shift weight to left foot. I want you to take a big step out with your right, or up and a circle out is what I'm trying to say. Left, and same thing, just alternate right, left. So don't jack the hip up. Try to keep the hips nice and level. Just an outward circle. And now come back the opposite direction. So from outside to inside. Again, you can hold on to the wall if you'd like. We don't want to fight balance with this. One more each side. Whew. Take it out. Find your sumo stance. And rock the hips open. Find your twist if you'd like, if that would feel good. And now come back through center. We're going to change this up just a little bit to our hinges. So I want your feet just a little bit more wide. Toes are out, turn. You're going to drop as low as you can. If you can reach the ground, great. If you have to use like your legs, that's fine. But I just want you to send your hips all the way up. Don't lock out your legs, and then drop. Chest opens, and then lift and drop. So it's basically a really low squat to like a wide forward fold. Do that for a few more rounds. One more. Come up. And come all the way up. Now I just want you to find your hinge, but bring your hands behind your back. Feet are about hip width apart, and just find your hinge. So back is nice and flat. Send the sit bones back and behind you for another 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Find those butt kicks. Get into your quads. You've got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. Shake that out. All right, so we're moving into our down dog just to warm a little bit more. So once you get there, pedal through your heels, shimmy your hips. Where we're going to start today is on some dolphin push-ups, or you can do forearm slicers, your choice. And then we'll come up for some slingshots. We haven't done those in a while, just for some extra core stability. All right, slide forward into your forearm plank and clasp your hands. Now you can stay here and just inhale the chin forward and exhale, pull back. If you want to do the dolphin push-ups, you walk your feet in, come into dolphin, press down out of your shoulders, inhale, chin forward, exhale, pull up and back. So as you pull up and back, pull the pit of the belly in and up, the hips go towards the ceiling. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. We're not here for long. Inhale, exhale back. Inhale, chin to hands, exhale back. You've got it for another 3, another 2, one more, and rest. Shake it out. Come on up. Whew. All right, for these slingshots, you can go a little bit heavier in weight. The weight's literally going to stay just down around your hips, but feet are about hip width apart. You're not letting the weights pull your arm out of your socket. So it's this transfer. Core is engaged, glutes are engaged. So it's really working core stability. So you can start with the weight in either hand. You're just going to pass in one direction to get started. Again, the weight can be a little bit heavier. Just be really controlled on the pass so you don't sling the weight anywhere, right? We've got another 3, 2, put the brakes on, switch directions. So your body's not like super like limber and just kind of like, it's not flopping all over the place is what I'm trying to say. So think like kind of like an upright plank as you do this. Yet another 2, 1, and rest, set it down. All right, so we're just gonna do that circuit one more time. We're gonna take a really quick little break here. We'll move back into those dolphin push-ups. We'll do those slingshots one more time. Getting everything really nice and warm here. About 10 more seconds if you want to start making your way down. So you're doing either forearm slicers or dolphin push-ups. Those are your choices. Or you can hold a forearm plank too. All right, go ahead and come down to your forearms. Clasp your hands. Set it up. And inhale, chin forward. Exhale, pull it back. And let's go. You're lifted out of your shoulders. So really press down into the elbows. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Whew. Shake it out. Come on up. Whew. All right, we're going to move into those slingshots. Super quick little circuit here. All right, we move in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Got another 4, 3, 2, and switch directions with control. Almost there, another 3, 2, and rest. Whew. All right, set that down. And let me show you where we're going on your break. So we're gonna do a chest press on the back. So it might be easier to have a heavier set of dumbbells. I do want you to go a little bit heavier just because we'll work a little bit shorter interval. But as you do this today, what I would encourage is to make it a little bit harder on your core. So normally we've got the knees stacked over the hips as we do our presses. So if you send the knees slightly forward, you're going to feel your core lock in. Now, what also happens is your back starts to arch. So you want to flatten the spine, turn the pelvis, tip it towards you, flatten the spine as you straighten through the legs, and you're going to feel your core really lock here. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. Mine aren't. We'll do our press, and then we'll hold and do some leg drops from here. We'll come up, do a double racked squat. So you need 2 kettlebells or 2 dumbbells, and we'll do our squat. And then you might need to switch the weights out because we're going to take a sumo stance and then find our hinge. The weights will be on the ground, and you're doing an alternating row from there. So core will be engaged. So double rack squat, row on the back for the chest press to get started. So set up your weights and then meet me down on the mat with your chest press weights. Now we're going to take a narrow grip, which means my palms are going to stay parallel, but I'm not going to have them touch this time. So they're going to be stacked right over my shoulders. All right, so again, send your feet forward if you'd like, pull your belly in and up, inhale, arms down, exhale, press. So the legs are just stationary. You're flattening your spine. And it may not be totally flat, but what you don't want is that huge arch. When you get that big arch, your core's not even engaged. So you're not getting the full benefit of the exercise. 1 more, arms stay up. Take your legs straight to the ceiling. Inhale, lower, exhale, pull. So squeeze your thighs. Again, don't go past that point where your back starts to arch up. That's your stopping point to keep the full engagement of the core throughout. Keep going. Got another 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and rest. All right, so you're gonna rock and roll yourself up. Come up to a stand. We're gonna double rack those kettlebells. Or you could use dumbbells here. It depends on how much weight you wanna use. But wherever you are, get them racked up. Shoulders down your back. You're in a squat stance. Inhale, down. Exhale, press it up. And let's go. Make sure you're not letting your chest drop forward. That's really important. Sitting down into your heels. Couple more. One more. Woo. Very carefully hinge, set those weights down. Change them out if you'd like. Take your feet even wider into your sumo stance. Hips come down, belly's engaged, and you're gonna alternate your row, keeping your back flat. Alternate. Legs will talk to you here, most likely. You're down pretty low, asking them to work in this shape. Almost there. Let's do one more each side. Make sure you're balanced. And rest. Shake it out. Whew. All right, we're gonna rest here. We're gonna do this circuit 2 more times. We'll start back on the chest press with the leg drops. You got about 30 seconds though. But if you want to come down, you can. You just breathe, let the body reset between these sets. So if the weight didn't feel at all challenging, I would suggest increasing the weight, as you know, because they're shorter sets. All right, go ahead and come down to the back. Set up your legs where you'd like to get the core nice and engaged. Elbows by ribs. Big deep breath in. Exhale, press. Inhale down. Exhale up. So elbows are tracking right by your ribs. Couple more. One more. Keep the hands up. Legs to the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the thighs. Use the exhale to get the legs back up. Almost there. A couple more. Last one. And rest. Done. All right, make your way up. We've got that double rack squat. Whew. All right. Let's rack it up. Shoulders down the back. Inhale down and let's go. Exhale up. Press through your heels as you come up. Use that breath to brace your core on the way up. Don't let your chest dump forward. That's going to cause unnecessary pressure in your back. Almost there. A couple more. One more. Carefully release those weights. Hinge. Set them down. Switch them out if you'd like. And take your feet into your wider sumo stance. Your toes are going to be out turned, knees bend. I hinge. And instead of finding that big tilt in your pelvis, can you pull the pit of the pelvis or the pit of the belly in and up? Lengthen your spine. Down and back. Let's row. Use the exhale again as you row. You're almost there. One more each side. And rest, shake it out. Woo. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Take a minute here to reset. Breathe through the nose. You can bring your heart rate down if it's up at all. If you'd like to start making your way down, you can. We've still got another 30 seconds or so though. We'll start back on that chest press. Again, you can control the intensity on your core. All right, so coming down to the back, the knees stack. Again, you can press those knees forward, flatten out your spine, and let's press. Exhale as you press up. One more. Press and hold, straighten the legs to the ceiling. Inhale, lower, exhale, pull. One more. And rest. Set it down. All right, coming up. We're gonna move into that double rack squat. Whew. All right, let's rack it up. And let's move. Almost there, a couple more. One more. Carefully release those weights. Set them down, switch them out if you'd like. Feet come wide. Find that hinge, pull the belly in and up, and let's row. Last time. Try not to rotate the spine as you do this. It's a nice flat back. One more each side. And rest, set it down. Oh, all right, so we're gonna keep working our finishing series that we've done for the last couple weeks with the swings and the push-ups, but we're gonna go to 4 minutes today. So what that means is that I'm not gonna call the start of the minute. You're just gonna work through the 4 minutes. So it's 15 swings, or those could be hinges or deadlifts if the swings are not speaking to you. You could do single hand swings, you could do hand to hand, you can do doubles, whatever you want. 15 of those. If you do deadlifts, you might do less of those. So just listen to your body. 5 push-ups. So remember with your push-ups, knees down ideally, because we really want to focus on form. So you come into your high plank, set your knees down. Don't let the elbows splay. The arms are nice and tight. Inhale, exhale, up. So really focus on form there. You're just going to move between reps of 15 swings, 5 push-ups, 15, 5 for 4 minutes. And then I'll call time at the end of 4 minutes. Take breaks and rest as you need to, but would encourage you to try to keep them somewhat short so that you're really getting the cardio benefit out of this as well. So find a weight for your hinge work. And we move in another 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Four minutes of work. Your time to work here. You're a minute in, just over. Remember to breathe. Take breaks as you need them. You're just about 2 minutes in. You could also change it up if you wanted to do swings and do deadlifts. The idea is that we're hitting the posterior chain, the backside of your body. So it can look different too, especially if the swings start to aggravate, or you just want something different. You got about 1.5 minutes left. Woo. Got it, just 1 minute left, that's it. You're almost there. And then wherever I call the stop, you just stop. Doesn't matter what rep you're on, where you are, you'll just stop. You're about 30 seconds out. You've got it for another 12 seconds. This is the end of the work. You've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Shake it out. All right. Wherever you are, just take a few breaths. Breathe through your nose. Let your heart rate come down. We're going to stretch for a few minutes, bring the heart rate down. Likely broke a little bit of a sweat with that, hopefully. And then wherever you are, come down to a tabletop. And in that tabletop, find some cat-cows, maybe some little shimmies from side to side, and wiggle through the jaw, but just work the spine. That's a lot of hinging work. So you just want to counterbalance that. Bring your big toes together, set your hips to your heels, find a child's pose, and just really stretch the length of your spine here. And take a breath in. Exhale, draw yourself back up, press up to downward facing dog. And you can pedal, or you can just get really nice and heavy. Just let the heels work their way towards the ground. Feel that stretch along the back side of your body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet about hip width apart, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Find your ragdoll. Bend through the knees, grab opposite elbows. You can sway. Again, giving your low back a release here. Let the gravity feel good through the shoulders and the jaw and the neck. And release your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to a stand. And bring the right arm across the front of the body. Just stretch through that right shoulder. And come back through center. We're going to find a quad stretch on the right. So I want you to draw the right heel towards your glute and then just catch the top of that foot. You can always hold onto a wall here. Draw the knees side by side. Maybe draw that knee back just a little bit. Really get a stretch down the front side of the body. And release, shake it out. Draw the left arm across the front. And switch it out. Left heel draws towards glute. Stretch out the quad. Draw the left knee back just a little bit to really stretch through the hip flexor and the quad. And come back through center, shake that out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, just draw the elbows down and open. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Think cow arch in your back. Breath in. Exhale, come back through center, roll it out, shake out the fingers, the wrists. You are done for today. Good work.